Hi everyone, it's me Darlene. I am back to do some experimenting and I have not tried this yet at all. I turned the camera on. If it works, you'll see this video. If it's a complete fail, you're probably not going to see the video. So let me tell you what I'm going to do. I am going to be using a piece of Wonder Under. I actually have this back in stock, but I'm listing it on eBay in limited quantities because it sells out so fast, and then I have like a whole lot of cutting to do all at once, and I don't feel like doing that. But you can go check out the link down below if you want to grab some Wonder Under. I'm going to be using some scrap muslin. You can use any fabric you want. And I will be utilizing my scraps from my little trash can. Oh, whatever I end up with, I will be washing it and showing it to you at the end of this video. Instead of saying, oh, here's what I made, it looks cool, but I have no idea what it will look like after it's washed. We're going to see it after it's washed, so stick around. I'm going to start with just a small piece of muslin scrap and scissors. I'll start with small because then it doesn't take as much time to complete the little block. Okay, that looks good. And I'm going to stick the Wonder Under to this guy. Now, there's no right or wrong side. If there is on your fabric, you want to put the rough paper on the wrong side of your fabric. Let me just trim the Wonder Under and I will press that. I completely forgot to use my thread trick. Remember I showed you guys if you put a thread between the Wonder Under and the fabric, then you can just pull the thread and it rips it open, it rips the paper open, and it is so easy to peel. If I make another block in this video, we'll do it. But if not, I'll link down below to that video. So I pressed, and you know, it probably isn't going to be hard to be, oh, my Wonder Under wants to come up, the fusible, so it's not pressed enough. You want to really press it on there and then let it cool. So I'm going to let it cool. Should be cool enough. Let's take a peek. Yep. That was easy. I cut some pieces so that I don't have to do all the trimming on camera. And I just really don't know what I'm doing. I feel like I've done this before, but I don't think I have. I don't think I've done it where we put the Wonder Under on the piece of fabric that we're working on. And if you put it on the wrong side, the Wonder Under, the sticky, then the back side is the right side. So it might be cool, like if you're making a tote or whatever, it would be self-lined because you'd have the right side of the fabric on the other side. All right, I'm just gonna start laying some pieces down. And of course, I like to go wonky. I know you're sick of hearing me say that. And let's try, I didn't even trim this, but ooh, I like that piece of purple. Now, I'm going to maybe layer sometimes, maybe not all the time, but I'm going to try to get butt up close to it. How's that sound? Butt up close. So far, I like. And then I cut like a long triangle because to change, hang on, that was my cell phone, robocall. Okay. A triangle changes the direction of the wonkiness. Like if I put that there now, things are going to be more slanted this way. If I put it this way, then things will start slanting that way. I think I'm going to put it this way because these are kind of going down, and now we can make things start going up a little bit. So let's put that there. And I have no plan. Oh, I'm skipping out on the skinny things. So let's Let's put something skinny here. I kind of like that right there. And then this. You know, if we like the way something comes out, then we can do it in a planned, scrappy way, you know, just by using, you know, certain fabrics or certain prints that you like and that you want to use. Let's put this little skinny guy. And let's do another little skinny batik piece right there. I'll trim that one yet. Now, do I have something else triangular? This is a little bit triangular, and it's going to be like that, so no, this way. I guess we'll just go with that. No, let's do this skinny triangle. Like that. Kind of like that. Ooh, I like that. I don't know why I like it so much, but I do. What else do we have here? Anything cool? Anything cool? Now let's do this piece of batik. And what can we end with? Could do this purple. Let's end with this purple, but let's add another strip of something first. Let's do a strip of this. No, let's do a pop of yellow. A very skinny pop of yellow. All of a sudden I thought I wasn't even recording. Lucky you if I wasn't. Okay, and then we'll end with this purple. Let's press this. I have to wait for my stupid iron to heat up. I hate auto off with a passion. Hang on. I just pulled this off my extension cord because the maid hasn't been here ever because I don't have a maid. I need one. Is it friggin' hot yet? Oh, I hate that. Let's try. This is just going to stick all this stuff down so it makes it easy to sew. Before I go to the machine, I really wanted to use my double needle, but I can't because, and I knew this, I thought I'd find it, but I couldn't. I can't use 2 spools of thread on the top right now because that little peg is missing, so I have to get a little peg so I can put 2 spools. But if you do that, if you have the capability of using a double needle, it's going to save a lot of sewing, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to sew in this direction instead of sewing or doing zigzag on each raw edge. I want to see what it's going to be if I do this and then wash it. And with this, you're sewing 2 lines of thread at once. Now they also come closer together like this, but that's like really close together. I think I would love this width, because you could go down and it sews 2, and then you could go back up, you know, a little bit further from it, but it gives you double stitching all in one swoop. So we will try these when I get my peg. All right, let me just put those aside, and then I'll just lose those too. All right, I'm going to go down and sew this way and then up, and then that way up. And I might just use the edge of my foot as a guide. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? I'll be right back. Here is what I did just for testing purposes. I did about half of this with 1/4 inch separations between, and then I eyeballed 1/2 inch. Now, fortunately, I had dark thread on the back, so you can see what I'm talking about. See this half, and then I spaced them wider just to see what that would do. And I would end up going off and then just turning, and that's why, you know, you get some loops of thread like this, but I didn't care. And what else did I want to tell you? Oh, there's one place right here where my foot kind of got caught a little bit under, and it lifted this piece of yellow, but that's not a big deal, doesn't even really show. So I'm going to do some laundry, and I'm going to throw this in there. Other than that, it's pretty cool. I'm just going to throw it in like this. We can trim it after the fact. This is what it looks like straight out of the dryer. That's not half bad. I expected a hotter mess than that. the muslin shrunk a little bit, and I love that. I'm going to press it now. So this side is the narrow stitching, and this side is the wider stitching. I mean, I can tell that there's, you know, more threads on the wider side, not too much on the narrow side. I mean, I absolutely love that. I think that's really cool for a tote bag and even quilts, and it's quite flexible, not stiff at all, but I do use a lightweight muslin on the back. What did I want to tell you? Oh, I pick up my groceries at Walmart now, and I checked to see if I could put a spool pin, I've discovered it's called a pin, not a peg, in my cart, and have them put that in my bag of groceries, but I don't see any of those on Walmart at all. I'm going to look around to find that, maybe if I go in the store myself, but I haven't gone into a store in a long time because I absolutely love that we're not supposed to leave our house. And in Maine, we're still on pretty strict lockdown. I could live like this the rest of my life. Anyway, I realized that I have one of those cone holders for like sergers, and I'm going to use that. So I'm going to try the double thread, because if we can do the double thread, it will be so quick and easy, because just one swoop down will give us 2 lines and then turn and do that. So I really like that, but it also gives me an idea for how to do this with probably even less threadiness. You know, you can see like there's a few threads here and stuff, but I have another idea, so I'm going to force you to watch another video kind of sort of similar. Maybe not with Wonder Under. I'm going to try it maybe without Wonder Under for those of you who don't have Wonder Under. But I think this came out good. Let me trim it. Things always look better trimmed. Now see, I would not even bother to trim these little threads that are hanging out here. I kind of like them. It's like rag quilt, but yet not. I don't know. Give it a try. Trying to think of what I would love to do with a block like this. I mean, obviously, we know tote bags, decorative pillows, pet beds, but seriously, I think that a quilt like this would look awesome. All right, you guys, that is it. Thank you so much for watching. I will be back with more soon. Bye. I didn't even wave. Bye.